Hello and welcome to MITV Primetime News. I am Teresa Adeyemi. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has given a marching order to the acting governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria, Folashodun Shonubi, to come up with measures that can improve the liquidity in the foreign exchange market and streamline ongoing processes of the speculators. Coming out of a crucial meeting with the president, the acting CBN governor said that President Tinubu was concerned about the ongoing trends in the forex and parallel market and has instructed that no stone should be left unturned towards ensuring that the entire financial environment is more conducive to ordinary Nigerians. Shonubi hinted that in a few days to come, far-reaching policies would be put in place to prevent speculators from engaging in acts detrimental to the general well-being of the nation's monetary and financial market. This came in the wake of indications that there could be some injections into the foreign exchange market towards reversing some ongoing momentum for better stability.
I'm in the State House. And Mr. President was very concerned, or is very, very concerned about some of the goings-on in the foreign exchange market. And one of the things we discussed were what could be done to stabilize and what could be done to improve the liquidity in the market and also the goings-on in the various other markets, including the parallel market. He is concerned about its impact on the average person, since unfortunately a lot of activities that we do which are purely local are still referenced to exchange rates in the parallel market. We've discussed and I've shared with him what we're doing to improve supply. If you look at the official market,
Meanwhile, the organized labor was vowed to proceed with a total, comprehensive and indefinite nationwide shutdown of the country should there be another increase in petrol pump price from the existing 617 naira, which it describes as illegal. NLC President Joe Ajaero gave the notification on Monday at the African Trade Union Alliance meeting in Abuja, where organized labor also warned against undermining the demands of the union. This came in the wake of report that oil marketers on Sunday indicated that the cost of premium motor spirit, popularly called petrol, would rise to between 680 naira per litre and 720 naira per litre in the coming weeks should the dollar continue to trade from 910 naira to 950 naira at the parallel markets. They also hinted that dealers seeking to import PMS were being forced to put the plans on hold due to the scarcity of foreign exchange to import the commodity. The organized labor had earlier suspended a proposed indefinite strike on Thursday, August 4, 2023, following a meeting with the President, Bola Tinubu. The House of Representatives Adult Committee investigating employment racketeering by Ministries, Department and agencies and mismanagement of the Integrated Payroll and Personal Information System IPPRS on Monday queried the Registrar of the Joint Admissions and Matriculation Board JAMB over what is described as lopsided employment in the agency. The chairman of the Adult Committee, Yusuf Gaji, issued the query when the Registrar of the Board, Professor Ishak Oloyede, appeared before the committee. Gaji believes the agency has shortchanged many Nigerian citizens according to their employment records. It said that from the document available to the probe panel, the examination body had been undertaking employment without due process of advertisement, shortlisting and interview of job seekers. The Registrar of JAMB, Professor Ishak Oloyede, in his explanation, said that the board followed the federal character principles in the job recruitment exercise it conducted from 2015 to date. A Nigerian Air Force MI-171 helicopter on a casualty evacuation mission crashed on Monday near Chukuba village in Niger State. NAV spokesman Edward Gapwe in Niger State. NAV spokesman Edward Gapwe confirmed the accident in a statement. The accident happened at about 1 p.m. and the number of persons on board or the state were unknown as of press time. The aircraft had departed Zungeru Primary School en route Kaduna, but was later discovered to have crashed near Chukuba village in Shiroro local government area of Niger State. The statement added that efforts are currently ongoing to rescue the crew and passengers on board the helicopter, while preliminary investigations have commenced to determine the probable cause of the crash. On February 22, 2021, 7 NAT personnel on their way from Abuja to Minna, the Niger State capital, died when their plane crashed after takeoff from the Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport, Abuja. Here in Lagos, experts in the building construction industry have faulted inadequate monitoring as stumbling block against compliance with laid down rules and regulations put in place by the state government towards ensuring standard in the built environment. The expert made their position known while speaking in separate interviews with MITV News and Lagos on the building construction sector. The president of the Building Collapse Prevention Guide, BCPG, Sulaiman Yusuf, said the development is rapid in Lagos, where building construction spring up on a daily basis as a result of overpopulation, but a quick development lacks adequate monitoring to put a check to the spread of slums, building without approvers, ensuring compliance on approvers and permit. The Lagos State Chairman of Nigerian Institution of Estate Surveyors and Valuers, Olugbenga Ismail, was of the opinion that there was an urgent need to ensure compliance with master plans and the physical planning regulations in Lagos.
Development is fast growing at a very fast rate against the activity to nip them in the bud. So that's why you will be seeing buildings coming up here and there, and you start asking questions. Nobody is monitoring them. People are monitoring them, but then there's a big gap between the reality on the ground and the number of people, in charge of monitoring. And that gap is what needs to be filled.
There's a detachment or the deviation from what you expect and what you are seeing. But what you expect should be what is in the master plan. And most of the time, the government calls this the community and society to say, we are reviewing master plan. Come to the town hall and let's talk about it. So people don't attend. So they don't know what has been put in the master plan, how it affects their neighborhood, and what the neighborhood is going to come into. That's number one. Number two is that when the master plan is now effected, and so in various words commission, we don't look at it such that when people are doing development, nobody is making a petition.
The Ogun area, when command of the Nigeria Customs Service has intercepted 1,245 live ammunition ingeniously concealed in 203 bags of foreign rice abandoned in a bush path at Tombolo Junction near Yewa North local government area of Ogun State. Briefing newsmen at the Custom House in Abeokuta, the Ogun State capital, Customs Area Controller Bamidele Makinde said the duty paid value of the seized ammunition and rice is 17.638 million naira. It noted that the drivers who were suspected to have been hindered at the movement of customs operatives escaped through the bush path in order to evade arrest. Makinde stated that investigation is ongoing to unravel the cartel responsible for the attempted smuggling, with a plea to residents to afford the command timely and useful information. While commending the officers who led the interception, the custom boss said the Nigerian Customs Service is committed to reward deserving officers.
You can have intelligence. You can have information. Anybody can have information. But the most important thing is to share the information and intelligence. When you keep it to yourself, it does no good to anybody. Reward system I want to say that our acting Comptroller General promised us, apart from the matching order, I thought he gave us a week. Yes, sir. He mandated us that he's given us just 1 week to make sure that we have something on ground. I want to appreciate Idris. Where is Idris? Yes. I want to appreciate him. I was kept in the loop. Oh, sir. In fact, he told me he has been trailing, he has been doing this.
Still in the southwest, the Oyo State Police Command has arrested a 40-year-old man for selling his one-day-old grandchild for a sum of 700,000 naira. This followed the arrest by police operatives attached to Oyo Command Monitoring Unit of a grandfather who harvested a day-old baby girl from a teenage mother to a criminal cartel that operates a baby factory in Abia State. The suspect explained that he moved the day-old baby to Abia State, where he sold her to the owner of a baby factory located at Obeyi, Okwa West in Abia State for 700,000 naira. The suspected buyer of the baby said she bought the baby following a request from a couple who are childless. Other suspects arrested by the command include armed robbers, secret cult members with dangerous weapons, hoodlums who specialize in stealing cars, and notorious criminal receivers, among others.
And sale of the girl child to a criminal cartel that operates a baby factory in Abia State. Sequel to this credible intelligence report, the police operatives immediately swung into action, and after discreet investigation, the mastermind of the heinous crime, who identified himself as Monday Chukwuka Mill, suspect who identified himself as the biological father of the teenage girl who gave birth to the day-old baby girl, confessed to the crime and explained in details how he surreptitiously took the baby from her mother. The mother is actually his own daughter. As soon as she gave birth to the baby, under the pretext of handing over the baby to someone who would properly take care of the female infant. The suspect further explained in details how he moved the day-old baby to Abia State, where he sold her to the owner of a baby factory located at Obeyi, Okwa West in Abia State at the rate of 700,000 naira only.
Because of my daughter done a mistake for pregnant, so as he done the mistake, so has born the baby. So as a situation of Nigeria, I can't take care of him, and my baby my daughter can take care of the baby. That's why I took the baby to the Abia State.
How much did you sell the baby?
700.
700 what?
700,000.
What about the mother of your wife?
The mother of the daughter.
Of your child. The mother of that gave birth to the baby.
And she's aware. How long have you been doing this?
No, I never do it.
Okay, so how did you get the connection of the people that will buy the baby and the amount? How did you enter into that negotiation?
How did I enter the negotiation was my sister was working as girl with the woman. So from there I get the connection.
Okay, so
where's the father of the baby?
You don't have.
I don't know that my dad wants to sell the baby.
what class were you in school?
I'm premises.
So how old are you?
How
15 years.
The money to pay that huge amount of money to get a baby?
A couple have been looking for a baby for long.
Go on.
Is it the couple that gave you that 700,000?
And in Osho State, Governor Ademola Adeleke says his administration will not condone in fighting capable of frustrating his effort at bringing dividends of democracy to the people of the state. The governor stated this while declaring open a 3-day retreat organized for the newly sworn-in commissioners and special advisors in the state. Governor Adeleke says achieving all his 5-point agenda is a priority, charging all the cabinet members to key into achieving them. It said the economic situation of the state requires prudence, calling on the appointees to always be guided by the account officers in their respective ministries. The appointees believe the retreat will impact on their performance in office.
You should know what all memos involving governmental expenditure must include a source of funding. It is not enough to submit fanciful ideas. How such ideas will be funded in practical terms must be included. Permit me to remind you that your memo for the council should be handled with your permanent secretaries.
Leadership is about learning. It's about acquiring more knowledge every day. And that's what we're doing here, because you cannot stop learning. It has been very impactful.
The only way to sustain the future together is to have a retreat like this, so as to shape the minds of all our cabinet members and to get them prepared ahead of the task before them, in order to achieve and deliver on the promise of Mr. Governor for the people of Osun State.
And that's all from the local scene tonight. We'll go on a quick break. When we come back, we'll bring you a report from the foreign scene. Please stay with us.
It's the Premier League all on DSTV. All the goals, all the clashes, all the moments. All of Rashford, Salah, and Saka. All in the language of your choice. All in HD. Available on all these bouquets to choose from. To watch on all these devices. Stay connected for all the action. Get DSTV with an HD decoder. Plus dish plus 1 month confirmed for 18,500 Naira. It's the Premier League. All on DSTV.
Welcome back now to Foreign Stories. The United Nations peacekeeping mission in Mali has sped up its withdrawal from the city of Bur in the north after a surge in fighting and the IRIX that brings out for our blue helmet. The UN mission known as MINUSMA said in a statement deteriorating security had made its departure urgent and urges all concerned parties to refrain from any actions that could further complicate the operation. Our senior local security officials said the UN mission left without incident. In recent days, the Turaj-led Northern Rebel Alliance called the coordination of Azawad movement. CMA accused Malian forces and Russian Wagner Group's troops of violating a ceasefire by attacking its forces near Bur.
Advocacy Division of the Office for the Coordination of Humanitarian Affairs, more familiarly known as OCHA. They will be here to brief you about children affected by the conflict in Sudan following their recent travel there. We have an update from our colleagues in the peacekeeping mission in Mali, MINUSMA, where consultations on the handover of MINUSCA tasks ended in Bamako today. The head of our peacekeeping mission, El Hassamwan, emphasized the importance of coordination between MINUSMA and the Malian authorities to ensure a safe and orderly withdrawal, and the need to adapt in the face of unforeseen challenges and a short withdrawal timeline. Meanwhile, the mission reports that the first of 12 camps, the Ogasugu temporary...
At least 24 people have been killed, 9 of them in a temple collapse, and dozens more feared missing after intense rains caused floods and landslide in India, officials said Monday. Days of torrential downpours have washed away vehicles, demolished buildings, and destroyed bridges in the northern state of Uttarakhand and Himachal Pradesh. Flooding and landslides are common and cause widespread devastation during India's treacherous monsoon season, but experts say climate change is increasing their frequency and severity. Chief Minister of the worst affected state, Himachal Pradesh, Sukhvinder Singh Shukla, said at least 16 people had lost their lives in the past 24 hours, including 9 in a Hindu temple collapse in the state capital, Shimla. At least 3 other people have been killed and 7 others wounded after an explosion ripped through a hotel in Afghanistan eastern province of Khost on Monday. The blast occurred at a city hotel frequented by Afghan people and people originally from Pakistan's North Waziristan province, which borders Afghanistan. Mustaghafi Gobas, a police spokesman in Khost, said on Monday. He said officers were investigating to determine what caused the blast and who was behind it. There was no immediate claim of responsibility for the explosion, though Afghanistan's Taliban government has blamed the regional affiliate of ISIL, otherwise known as ISIS, known as the Islamic State in Khorasan province, for previous attacks. And finally, from the foreign scene tonight, North Korean leader Kim Jong-un has inspected key munitions factories, including a tactical missile production plant, and ordered a drastic boost in the manufacturing of missiles, rocket launcher shells, and other weapons. The inspections reported on Monday are the latest in a string of visits by Kim to defense facilities, where he has emphasized the mass production of weapons. It comes as South Korea and the United States prepare for annual military drills that North Korea views as an invasion rehearsal. It also comes as officials in the U.S. said they believe Russia is seeking North Korean weapons for its war with Ukraine. Reports say Kim visited factories producing tactical missiles, mobile launch platforms, armored vehicles, and artillery shells on Friday and Saturday. And up next is sport-related stories. Please stay with us. You're still watching MITV Primetime News. Now talk and sports. The First Lady of Nigeria, Senator Oluremi Tinubu, on Monday hosted the Super Falcons at the State House in Abuja a week after the players' exit from the 2023 Women's World Cup. The First Lady, will receive some of the players, their technical team and official of the Nigerian Football Federation, said the girls displayed dedication, resilience, team spirit with the zeal and strength that defines Nigeria. The Nigerian side reached the 2023 Women's World Cup round of 16, but narrowly lost to England's Lionesses via penalties. And a tribute to all the players, she said they represented Nigeria well on the global stage, noting that the world took notice of the dexterity of the players.
We are all expecting you back, and never feel that you don't have support back here. Because I know most of you went back to base. But we were really expecting you. Really, you played so well. These are your soccer moms. Me, I can't watch soccer that much because I'll get a heart attack. But they are just there. But at the stage, she ran away too. Mrs. Shetima had to run away, but we were there, and I was told Mr. President was watching in his.
Paris Saint-Germain have agreed a deal to sell Brazil forward Neymar to Saudi Pro League side Al Hilal for a fee understood to be about 77.6 million plus add-ons. The transfer is subject to the 31-year-old completing a medical and all necessary paperwork. Neymar will join PSG for a world record fee of €222 million in 2017, makes the League One opener on Saturday and has now been made part of coach Luis Enrique's plan for the new season. It also fit PSG's strategy of moving away from the Galacticos era of signing high-profile players for big fee and significant wages. Neymar was understood to be earning in the region of €25 million, equivalent to £21.6 million annually at the French side. The stage appears set for the semi-finals of the 2023 FIFA Women's World Cup in Australia and New Zealand, as Spain slugging out with Sweden in the first semi-final of this year's tournament. Already, the two countries are talking tough ahead of the clash as both sides aim for the ticket to the final against Australia or England. Spain began the campaign in the World Cup with a tumbling 4-0 defeat to Japan before recovering with a 5-0 thrashing of one of African representatives from Zambia and ended the group with a 3-0 victory over Costa Rica. In the round of 15, the Spanish ladies beat Switzerland 5-1 and defeated the Netherlands 2-1 in the quarterfinals. On their part, Sweden opened their quest with a 2-1 win over Argentina, walloped Italy by 5 unreplied goals and beat South Africa 2-1. A 5-4 penalty shootout win ensured the passage to quarterfinals, where they beat Japan 2-1. And in tennis, reigning Wimbledon and U.S. Open champion Carlos Alcaraz of Spain maintained the #1 ranking in the men's singles on Monday ahead of Seb Novak Djokovic and Russian Daniil Medvedev. The 20-year-old garnered 9,395 points ahead of Djokovic, who pulled 8,795 points, while Medvedev 6,530 points. Italy's Jannik Sinner moved up to a career high ATP ranking of 6th after capturing his first Masters trophy in Toronto. Sinner won the Toronto title 6-4, 6-1 in the final against Australian Alex de Minaur, who moves up 6 places to 12th. And with that is a wrap on the Primetime News tonight. From the entire news crew, I am Teresa Adeyemi. Many thanks for watching. Do have a great night. Good night.